We're gonna start this tour off a little bit different here at the top of Tampa Hills, here at this beautiful villa behind us, Villa Bo, just to emphasize the personal connection that can be had here, not only at the villa, but also the culture of Lombok, Indonesia. And that's all thanks to Jacob Palm for setting this entire thing up and unlocking the doors and the experiences and just living the culture and lifestyle here in Tampa Hills. It's been amazing, and we're gonna take you guys through a full detailed tour and also go on a few activities. But stepping underneath this teak-lined covered carport shields us nicely from the sun, but as you notice from a drone shot, it follows the same pattern. And from a distance, these look like steps that go to the top of this hillside, and it just blends in to the topography here. It was so well done. That was all done by the architect, Alexis Dornier. So if you haven't seen his work before, check out the video that we just posted in Ironstone, a beautiful villa set just below. We have all the scooters set up here, all by Tampa Hills, and of course the golf cart, so we can kind of putt around and go anywhere we'd like here in Lombok. It has been so much fun, and we're so excited to obviously share the activities and the lifestyle here that you can have up in the hills. All this lush greenery lining this enormous retaining wall with all these natural stones just blending in to the environment here on this hillside. The fountain grass, it's so biodiverse, and just standing here, I can see the ocean, more villas, Utara, and also 2 additional bays behind these mountains. And I love that you can see the shadowing and just everything disappear behind it. So many amazing sight lines everywhere you look here in Lombok. This staircase takes you up to the pool and the shower and a lounge area, and also the butler's kitchen just behind that door. So I'll show you more of that as we loop around. So stepping around, you have more plant life here. You feel so connected. All these windows wrapping around this dramatic spiral staircase. And this is actually framed and welded here on site. A little seating area just to kind of hang out as you wait for your friends to come down and get on the scooters and just go on another adventure here. This is a little sport court area, so there's plenty of activities to do on the islands that Tampa Hills can take you around to, but if you guys want to hang out here, the kids can come in here, play ping pong, a little field hockey. There's a full drawer full of activities, a bathroom, and then as you go down this hallway, this connects you to the security room, the kitchenette that I was talking about, and an additional bathroom. So again, all connected to the outdoors. But now coming back out, we're going to take you up this dramatic steel staircase, which is all open and all that glass. It's just so inviting and welcoming and just connecting you to this lush greenery out all of these windows. And as you look up, you'll notice these jellyfish woven upholstered fixtures just hanging down from the ceiling. It's so cool, and they're all lit with that ambient glow, so at night, this entire room takes on a whole new look. Before we go into the kitchen, I want to talk about some of the specs of this home. There are 4 primary suites. All the bedrooms are exactly the same, so when you come here, the whole point is just to feel connected to each other, have amazing stories to tell years after hanging out in Villa Bo. So there's no fighting over who's got the best room, because each room has this incredible view and they're all the same. But as you go up the staircase, this actually takes you all the way up to the yoga area, and the sloped roof line continues. Stepping through these sliding glass doors from the foyer, everything opens back up. It's just stunning. And you'll even notice the curvilinear nature standing here a little bit better, especially with these door frames, just follows the sloped pattern of this roof line. And it all blends into this hillside. I can see the infinity edge pool, the ocean opening back up. It's so well done. There's so much natural light in this space. Wherever you look, there's a beautiful backdrop. But you'll notice the dining table here follows that curved line of the home, and here on the kitchen island, it again follows the curvature of this home. I just thought that was so thoughtful. And this is actually Permagena Levigato Italian marble and Italian porcelain tile beneath our feet. But now kind of stepping into the kitchen, I want to point out behind these teak wood cabinets, again, they all warm up this space. Very minimal design in here, but this adds that organic touch once again with all these rich grains. But we have the Breville espresso machine. So Lydia and I have been taking advantage of that. This is full service. We've been served breakfast here every morning with these amazing views, but we've been taking full advantage of that. Again, no handles. Everything is super seamless, clean, built-in appliances. And then over here, we have more of this artistic flair with this stonework on this open concept shelving that we have back here. And this is that marble once again, but they've actually taken high pressure water to it, and you'll notice how rough it is. Just adds for more depth and textures here with that integrated lighting, just illuminating that and bringing out those textures, again, playing with the space. And then above this kitchen island, we have this teak wood chandelier, creating a nice warm orange glow here in this space. And as you step down a little further, you can play a game of chess, have a casual meal, conversation off your formal living room, or just, hang out. And this is all integrated into this waterfall edged island. It creates for this cool floating effect, curved once again. Behind me, we have the paneled refrigerator and freezer, and even the wine rack built into the actual island. I did want to talk about this formal dining room real quick. It's elongated, and again, the curve. And even above this, we have these very artistic chandeliers, almost mimicking the waves that you see out of these windows, or even flower petals, as there's so much foliage here. It's beautiful. I'm just looking at the rice fields down below and just watching the light interact with the mountains as we go from day to night. It's so cool. Again, the light just plays with this space so much. The chairs here are made of this woven material, just lean into the organic feeling of this home. And here we have the woven lounge chair, which mimics all the other chairs we've seen with those rich golden tones, with just incredible views of that infinity edge pool disappearing into the Indian Ocean. You also have this natural stone side table here, just leaning into the organic quality that this home has. Here in this corner, we have all these white chairs set up, the circular stone table, and one of the most comfortable couches I have ever sat on. I mean, I was here last night, and I was just exhausted from some of the stuff we've been doing, snorkeling and just traveling around the island. I almost fell asleep right here, and I had to push myself to get to the bedroom, but you'll notice all the vertical slats that are all painted white, creating for more depth and just textures here in this space. We have the teak side tables and lamps. Everything is just leaning into all these neutral tones. You even have coral and just all these beautiful colors and warm tones here on the circular table. And before we go outside and check out the pool area, we're actually getting food to us served right now. So they've got lunch and some coconuts. Hey guys, how we doing? Come on in. So this is, again, part of Tampa Hills and the service that they offer. It's been incredible having breakfast, lunch, and dinner here in Villa Beau. But I want to step out before we get some lunch here through these doors. So these all open up, so you can just have incredible airflow throughout this home. You just feel so connected. You step down, we have Pamanan Indonesian tile everywhere, the daybed. And stepping down, we have Lydia here in this almost 1,100 square foot pool. Okay, so what has been your favorite thing about Villa Beau?
My favorite things are, I love how the pool blends into the ocean, and then I also love the bathtubs.
Oh yeah.
There's multiple bathtubs.
They're just bowls.
They are.
They're beautiful.
I almost fell asleep last night.
Yeah, you did. You did.
It was so nice. And then I also love this waterfall right here, and then you have this nook with 4 lounge chairs, and you just have a beautiful view of the mountains and the bay right here.
Yeah,
It's really nice.
This has been incredible. We have all the andesite tile everywhere. This off to my left is where we kind of showed you guys earlier with that carport area that's covered, a little seating moment between 2 palms and then that outdoor shower area. But this all just opens up. This is the big moment and the attraction of Villa Beau. This is kind of the heart, I guess you could say. Now stepping up, we have this little kid area. Bye, Lid. just gonna hang out and enjoy these insane views. But this is where the kids can hang out, and you can actually jump off into the water over here as it's a bit deeper. But now stepping up, we're gonna approach our first of 4 bedrooms here in this space. More of these earthy tones everywhere. And if you look up, you'll even notice on the ceiling these cutouts that just let more natural light push in to this space as it interacts from day to night. And then you'll also notice how the light gets diffused with these glass panelings above us. Feels like a big umbrella almost over the home. The daybed, the staircase that goes up, we'll get to here in a moment, but I want to talk about this seating arrangement. So you can hang out here, more glass. Once again, you can actually look into some of the bedrooms. These all open up into this lounge area. Glass railings everywhere to not obstruct your incredible views. And this is all syncing up to our first bedroom. So this is actually where Lydia and I are staying. So let's go check out that here now. Our first powder room is actually right here behind this teak door. You'll notice it has that floating effect, more of that marble, once again, that we saw in the kitchen, and those teak cabinets. Everything is backlit, just creating for more depth and dimension. This space feels so good. Again, this is a pavilion-styled home, so nothing is connected to one space. You have private suites in every single section of the home, so you have privacy and that secluded feeling. You can open up these doors out here onto your terrace that's partially covered with just amazing mountain views everywhere you turn. And in the morning, when you wake up on this king-size bed, you can just sit here as the sunrise just softly wakes you up through these sheer curtains past this oversized tub. It's just a beautiful moment as we have sunrise and sunset viewpoints from this incredible home on top of this hilltop. Panoramic views of the entire day, which is a rarity anywhere. But now walking across these white oak planks, you'll notice that warm contrast once again with these hand-plastered walls. All the organic tones of the bed, the bedside tables, it's so well done, it's so thoughtful. You have the integrated closet, completely flush and minimal once again. The custom Tampa Hills clothing hangers and the integrated lighting on the railing. It's just so thoughtful and well done. So we step into the bathroom. You have this water closet off to my right. Again, everything is following that subtle slope of the roof line. And then wrapping around, we have more of that porcelain beneath our feet. The floating vanity, the same marble, the theme kind of continuing. These circular sconces built into the actual mirror with more of that integrated lighting. I love how these just feel like they're floating and popping out, which that lighting does so well. But now stepping into this wet entry here in the shower, we have the rainfall shower head and even the integrated lighting here in this cutout with that rough marble that they've, again, like I've mentioned, are using that high pressure water and making it rough and textured. This bowl right here that Lydia was mentioning is the bathtub that she basically fell asleep in. And this is such a cool area as you can actually open this up all the way. So you can imagine having a glass of wine, relaxing with all of this open up, these curtains just moving in the wind. You can actually go up here and walk all the way up to the yoga area, or just have this moment to take in the incredible views of the Indian Ocean. Such a calming place. But now we're gonna actually step out of this room. We're gonna work our way up. But first, I think we're gonna see what we got for lunch, maybe sit down for a second, and then continue this tour. Okay, so lunch just came. Everyone's starting without me. Sage, what'd you get?
Dude, I got a coconut.
Yeah, well, the coconut is Tampa Hills branded. Lydia, I'm interrupting, but what did you get?
A coconut, of course,
Obviously.
first of the day. And then I got Cap K.
Cap
It's
K?
just like rice, veggies, and a side of toast.
And I got probably the most American meal. I just got a crispy chicken sandwich and literally a chocolate banana. As you can see, we just finished up lunch, and as you can see also behind me, they come in here and do a turnover service as well. You guys are good to go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, every time they've come in, just cleared it out, so it feels like you're walking into a brand new villa each and every time. As you can see, these doors open up entirely back out to the view, and I love how during the course of the day, the sun that filters through these skylights moves across the tile here. But we're gonna actually go up to our second bedroom, up this curved staircase. As you travel up each level, the views just get better and better. And this perfectly frames the Indian Ocean where I'm standing. And it's hard to even describe these as levels. As you notice, each pavilion almost acts as a stair set as you go up the hill. You don't travel directly vertical, so you have each of these pods, and they feel like they're separate little villas. So you'll never hear someone running above you or a room above you, because it's so secluded. But you have the grill set aside here in these palmanon tile, which are from Indonesia, these little lush greeneries, just making it a nice subtle contrast against these white walls with all these smooth, natural organic lines. We're gonna take you across into the second bedroom So a lot of these bedrooms are gonna mimic each other, right? You'll notice the teak on the ceiling and on the door as we step inside. You'll notice this bedroom takes on the same natural organic tones throughout the space with these chairs just off the bed, which also shares the same teak wood and white fabrics and upholstery, complementing the rest of the tones, especially this white oak, just really warms it back up against these hand-plastered walls. I noticed this earlier down that lower level and pointed it out that it lets natural light flood in, but here we get a closer look. And from a push of a button, if you're chilling in bed and you want some additional privacy, you can diffuse that glass and it'll become opaque instantly. That way you have more privacy. Or you can just close up these curtains, which again are all integrated into the ceiling, creating for a really seamless look here. You also get a closer look at this curvilinear rooftop with that metal green roof, which just blends into this hillside. This bathroom has to be one of my favorites for a few reasons, which I'll show you as we step across. But I want to open up these custom built-in closets real quick. So as we've traveled, I begin to notice that TS has become one of my favorite brands. And this is completely unsponsored. I just wanted to show you guys what the setup is here. And I've worn these in all of our videos so far and in the past. They just work so well with the homes that we've toured and are just very comfortable, and most importantly, they fit me. So I've got TS on right now as well, and being 6'6", for whatever reason, I have had such a hard time finding clothes that fit me, especially shorts that fit the right length and shirts that go down. So I've been so excited to obviously find a brand that has worked. So inside this water closet, you'll notice the same idea throughout replicated in this home, transitioning from that white oak to the porcelain that we found in the kitchen, the floating vanity, everything kind of resembles the bathroom that we just saw. And then Tampa Hills, of course, has all of the things you might need for the bathroom, shower caps, shampoos, I mean, you name it, they have it all in here as well. Stepping up, I really like this elevated look because you can see directly into the bed through this glass, just kind of sharing this space. Wet entry in the shower, but what I thought was especially cool is you can open this up. And again, these curtains just create for a really cool ambiance here. You can fill up this tub in the evening, go out on your private terrace and just kind of enjoy the greenery. I mean, look at the vines overhanging on this natural stone wall with the L-shaped bench. You can just hang out right here. And this path will lead you all the way up, winding to the top of the home, where we're actually going to do a private yoga session on the top of the home. And that has just incredible views. The best views probably in all of Tampa Hills. But now stepping back in, we're going to go through a couple of the other bedrooms and work our way up to that moment. I mean, look at this. Every way you turn is just so picturesque. Stepping down, we're going to go across that junction area into the other bedroom. So all the artwork they have here is very simple, but on brand with the tones of this home. Even the weathered gray wood on the sides of this home just complement everything so well. You have all these cultural sculptures indented into the actual concrete construction of this curvilinear wall. The gallery lighting just kind of casting those shadows down, bringing out more of the textures and colors as we go into our third of 4 bedrooms here at Villa Beau. You have that teak-wrapped king-size bed with the teak bedside tables. And you'll notice all the lamps and kind of the themes subtly change here and there, made from twine, also with the warm twine rug that we see under this bed with that white oak. And I love how you can see this cutout here, looking down into the pool and the infinity edge. It's so beautiful. And you can open up this, let that breeze come in from the ocean. This is some of the best, if not the best views of all of Tampa Hills as we're perched up here so high on this hill. And it's one of those magical things here at the ocean when you see the tide recede and come back in the morning here. But you'll notice the teak chairs with that white upholstery next to this floor lamp, which also mimics what we saw down below on the dining table, almost mimicking that floral or like waves that we saw earlier, tapestries that are framed throughout this space, built-in closet once again, and also the water closet off to my right. The theme is very similar to the bedrooms that we've been seeing, and that's because there's no hierarchy in this home. So when you book this stay, whether you're staying here for 3, 7 days, or even a month, everyone is treated the exact same. So no matter what view or room you're getting or pod, you guys are all getting the same experience. And I love that you can open everything up in this home, whether it's the window behind me or the doors off to my right. This home was just made for connection to the outdoor space. I mean, the view out of every single one of these rooms is incredible. All right, so now stepping down, I'm gonna take you guys up one more floor, but first I'm gonna introduce you to the architect, Alexis Dornier, and the owner of Tampa Hills, Jacob Palm, and talk about the design choices and why Tampa Hills is so special. You walk into a plot of land and the idea just happens instantly and you're like, I have this vision I've been wanting to do, or does it take months and years to come up with these plans?
That skill kind of just comes out of you naturally, and I think it's just always such an amazing phenomenon when the intuitive side comes into the craft that you've learned throughout the years. It sort of overlaps, and somehow like our brain or whatever gets informed by energies, by conversations with the clients and anyone really surrounding the project. Yeah, we try to find ways to trick like the scale that we associate with like a house that has, you know, simple, let's say almost like a code. You have the roof and you have the windows and the doors, so you can relate to it in terms of scale. This one, you can't directly because you can't read any classic window expression. It's just the slabs on top of each other, like the tiers. Yeah. They're then sort of swept around the sort of center point of the hill, really. And it's all goes along the natural topography of the hill. A lot of our work is basically on a diagram level very simple. And I think that's what, you know, creates these spaces that then become memorable. And I just hopefully take them away in your mind when you go somewhere or you tell somebody about the place that you've been. It's like easy to describe.
So what got you into paddle initially?
I was watching a game and really loved what I saw, so I really wanted to start playing. And then we were starting Tampa Hills and moving here, so okay, we need to get paddle here so we can play. So actually, the paddle course was the first thing we built in Tampa Hills.
No way.
So before any roads or any villas or anything, we built a paddle court so I could make sure that I could play.
What's the most rewarding part about seeing people come here and interact with the space that you've created?
When people coming here and trying to, you know, see and understand, maybe interact with, you know, some of our local staff that are living down here in the village. And when we came here, there was absolutely nothing here. And now there's small restaurants and, you know, even the first clothing stores here.
How'd I do? Out of 10?
I think as a beginner, you're in 7 out of 10.
Okay, yes. Wow. Hey, I'll take that. That's why right. Coconuts here for you.
Yes, it is.
Tampa Hills branding. This is such a good workout, though.
It is. You sweat a lot.
Yeah, you sleep well that night, huh?
Yes, you definitely do.
It's pretty easy to sleep well when you're up in Villa Beau, though. Now, jumping back into the tour, we're gonna go up this wrapping staircase and notice more of those soft, curved lines on the hallway. Even has this curved nature to it. As the lights come on here in the evening up this curved staircase, you'll notice the movement of this home changes and the drama increases. But here at the stop of that curved staircase, I want to point out the cutouts here, letting for more natural light during the day illuminate the staircase. Just a thoughtful, intentional design by Alexis, which I just loved. This gallery artwork on the side with more of those cultural sculptures here, illuminated by these soft lights. And you'll notice the ceiling height dramatically increases up here, making way for these incredible views of the ocean and the hills down below. We're sitting on one of the highest peaks, and one thing I really liked about Tampa Hills and just the codes here for building, you cannot build and ruin any of the ridge lines. So this is built with the hill, complementing it, instead of building on top of it, right? So we have this lush greenery here, and they're actually retaining the rainwater and reusing it to make, obviously, for a more eco-friendly impact here in Lombok, which I thought was very complimentary of the design. So over here we have the lounge set up, more of those soft, neutral, organic tones, not only on the coffee table, but also the chairs. And we're also shielded here. And I love how each one of these open up. And from an aerial view, it just makes for a really cool drone shot as you pan across this home and you see all these openings with more of that lush greenery. It's so cool. But as we step down, things get tight again. And I love how things get close and open back up, makes it more dramatic. Water closet off to my right, more of those clean, minimalistic choices. As we step into the bonus room, so we've got the office, we've got the entertainment set up, one of the comfiest couches you'll ever sit on. You could easily fall asleep on this or one of the bag chairs as you open up and play a movie. So check this out. This all blends into the wall. You would never know it's there, but obviously they open up. We have more custom built-ins in here for games and obviously the surround sound speakers in here, so you can have an awesome night. Everyone runs up the stairs and gathers here and just watches a movie here in the evening. And you'll notice the teak wood on the ceiling also going along with that curved lines. It's so cool. I mean, this is one of the most impressive homes we have ever toured. I love all the irregular shapes, even here on this staggered coffee table made from that rich teak and these incredible views. We're almost guarded back here as well with these tall, lush plants. And it's just so biodiverse. I mean, looking out the window, there's just so many colors, so many animals. And I love how we're just blended in here with the hill. But now coming across, just to speak to the curvilinear nature of this home, the desk is even curved. The monitor is even curved. It's so intentional, just even here on the office space, everything has a little bit of curve and that organic touch to it, which is so, so nice. Even here, you have more of that organic stone on the countertop and the mini fridge right here. So everything is set up and ready just to entertain. But walking out, we're gonna make our way back as we go into our fourth and final bedroom here. Look at these soft curved lines and that light turn on here in the evening. It's beautiful. I also wanted to point out this. The curvature of this wall goes all the way around, and then here's where that bedroom wall meets. So I love seeing those curved lines and then those 90-degree angles here. It's so cool. And then we also have some sculptures right here, very obviously Indonesian, on this table as you step into our final bedroom. So this has to be one of the coolest bedrooms here in this entire space. Not only does it obviously sleep a few kids, but if you stand here, you can look all the way down into the infinity edge pool through all these little cutouts. It's so cool. And you can open these windows up once again and let the air flow here in the evenings as it cools off. But obviously, a couple twin size beds, the king size bed here, and what I pointed out earlier in that stairwell, check this out. It also makes an impact here in this room. So it lets natural light in also into this space where it normally wouldn't. Again, just the foresight and design when building this and designing it is so cool. And you can just see the ocean in here as well, just making for a bigger impact here in this room. The desk set up just off these built-in closets. The water closet, which is again behind this glass door. As we wrap around, we have that floating vanity, more of those organic neutral tones once again, and even the gold faucet. And up this platform, up a few steps, we can stand up here and just get incredible views. But what I'm really interested in doing is opening this up as this takes us to the yoga area. As you can see, the sun is beginning to fall over the hills and it's just so beautiful. It feels like we're going on like a jungle safari right now. Stepping across, the air is thick with the damp scent of earth with all this lush green foliage everywhere as these banana leaves and the elephant leaves create a tunnel as you step up. And this pathway is meant to just relax you, make you feel lighter as you go up the staircase. And what's awaiting us at the top are these incredible panoramic views of the valley down below. I love all these vines that are just draping over this area. It feels like we're in a jungle. They did such a good job with the landscaping here. You don't feel like you're in some commercialized residential home up in the hills somewhere. You feel like you're in the middle of nowhere. as everything just remains so untouched. So as you climb all the way to the top on these irregular shaped stones, everything just feels so intentional here. And the theme and the storytelling is so true from beginning to end. And as you can see, the sun is setting and coming through these clouds, and the paragliders are jumping down into this beautiful valley. It looks stunning right now, seeing the light rays come through those clouds and over the mountains. It's beautiful. But now we're gonna have a private yoga instructor, and then we're gonna head out and explore some waterfalls and rice terraces to really get an idea of how beautiful Lombok is. Okay, just for context, we were leaving the rice fields on our way to one of the waterfalls, right, when I had to stop because I saw this guy right here, which pound for pound, may be one of the strongest human beings I have ever met.
You gotta squat. Oh!
That's crazy. Dude, this is heavy. Which blew my mind, so he was nice enough to let me try, and I maybe made it 30 yards before I gave up. He's going 5 miles with this.
Oh. Sometimes more.
Wow, this is crazy. Lydia's got her hiking shoes on. The kids are super excited about this, grabbing my arm and like having me show them the screen. We made it to Benang Kenambu. Check this out. This is insane. There's a little swimming pool over here. Are you jumping in?
I'll jump in.
Jump in.
Right now?
Be careful. There's a ledge there. You jump in.
Jump in.
I will jump in. Waterfall. It's crazy. It's freezing, but it's totally worth it. We just got back from a day full of adventure. We did yoga this morning, multiple waterfalls, and then the rice fields. Everything was just so beautiful.
And then also finished with massages, which was super, super nice.
Oh yeah, we needed that after the hiking.
Definitely did.
But this home completely transformed from day to night, and I just wanted to give a big thank you to Jacob Palm and his team here in Tampa Hills. I definitely recommend if you're traveling to Indonesia or specifically Lombok, look into Tampa Hills. Their links are in the description. They've been incredible.